As I am a mere TD in this House, I'm going to read an email that has been sent to me by the private forestry sector, who are clearly very, very angry. Just a couple of points from the private forestry sector perspective on the proposed Cuilta to Gresham House partnership, particularly on the assertions of Ministers McConalogue, Hackett and Ryan that Cuilta are needed to reach our 8,000 hectare afforestation targets. The reason Ireland is failing to reach afforestation targets is not because Cuilta are not participating, but because the Forest Service in the Department of Agriculture have literally made it impossible. Historical issues that led to the decline. 1. Arbitrary departmental policy decisions on land designations without any justification or scientific rationale reduced the supply of suitable forestry land to the private sector since 2010. 2. Failing to ban plant imports and allowing ash dieback into Ireland was a clear dereliction of duty. The reluctance to provide adequate supports for farmers with dead plantations since has resulted in a decline in farming participation in forestry. Above all, the shambolic forestry licensing system designed by the department has resulted in a complete collapse of the sector since 2016. The licensing scandal is now in its 6th year, and why has this not been addressed? The final nail in the coffin is that currently, and for the first time in living memory, we don't even have any forestry programme in place. Furthermore, the Minister has no idea when or even if the proposed programme will be ratified by the European Commission. For us, this means that in the depth of the worst crisis in the history of our industry, that all schemes are now closed and our work terminated. In a climate emergency, the Minister's Department have somehow created a situation where afforestation applications are not even being accepted. Surely Ireland is the only country on the planet where this is the case. No applicants permitted to plant trees were not open for business. In numbers, the licensing output and stats on the Minister's Department for 2022 also needs to be questioned. Target licence delivery, the Department's own figures, Cuilta felling, the target 1,530, licences issued 1,687, target achieved in percentage 110%. Private felling at the 1,830 target, licence issued 1,606, only 88% of the target. And that's a pattern that is here in a diagram. Cuilta were issued 110% of their felling licence allocation for 22. Only 68% of the private sector afforestation target was reached. 416 private afforestation applicants remain unprocessed. I am going to run out of time, but there is palpable anger across the sector, Minister. And the final line says, Minister Ryan spoke last week about having rules changed in the EU so Cuilta could claim grants and premiums. Would it not make more sense to fix the forestry licensing system here and allow farmers to plant their own lands, or does that not fit their agenda? Thank you.